Hello, my YouTube beauties. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be sitting down and talking about my favorite apps. I wanted to do a follow-up video to my iOS 14 video where I walk you through every single thing that you could do in your new upgraded widgets and shortcuts and all of that. If you missed that video, I will link it below. You should definitely watch it because it walks you through how to do all of the cool things that you have been seeing all over like Pinterest and stuff for iPhones that make it look really cool. I wanted to share with you my updated, kind of more like minimalist iPhone home screen. So in the first video that I did, it was cool. It was like very Pinterest worthy. And I think I got really tired of having to do the shortcuts. Like when you tap your app, having it go to the shortcut app before going to the actual app. I noticed that I kind of got tired of it. And then I also got a little overwhelmed at the layout. So since then I have definitely condensed my homepage and now I only have one screen that has pretty much everything that I use almost on a daily basis there. I'm not gonna go through every single app that I have here on my home screen, but I did want to highlight some of the really awesome ones that I think have definitely improved my life, been awesome, been helpful in one way or the other that I think that you guys should know about. If you like these types of more like technology, organizing kind of lifestyle videos, be sure to give this one a thumbs up so I know, and don't forget to subscribe because I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start screen recording on my phone. All right, so this is what my current background and setup looks like on my iPhone screen. I have my Widgetsmith monthly layout at the top, and how I did that was, I think with that one I went into the Widgetsmith app and I used the font New York and then I set it to black 10%. So these were all of the kind of Widgetsmith things that I had these photos before that seemed a little bit excessive now that I compare it to what I have now. So I have this one, it is the calendar, let's see, the day and date. The font is New York. I have the tint color, like the font as white, and then the background color is 10%. That is what that one is. So let's go ahead and go back to the main screen. So I have that at the very top. Then to the left, I have my screen time. Typically it's black. I don't know right now why it's white. There we go. Okay. So that is what it looks like most of the time, is it's black, and it just tells me how much I am using my screen every single day. I did actually set a limit on how much I can use my social media. That's something that I want to work towards, as decreasing that in my life a little bit. I feel like when you have a lot of feelings or you're feeling a little bit zoned out and you just like don't want to interact with daily life or like reality, it's really easy to go to social media to just like zone out. And I don't know, that's kind of my experience of social media. Don't get me wrong, I am addicted to Instagram. That's one thing that I need to work on, but Facebook and like Reddit and stuff I could definitely do without. I do want to watch and monitor how much I am using my phone, and then when you click on it, it actually shows you how much time you've been spending on social, productivity and finance, shopping and food, and then like which apps you've been using the most. So clearly I've been using Snapchat a lot. Let's see, my limit is 3 hours on social media every single day. That seems like a lot when you think about it, but throughout the day, it really isn't. So that's kind of a goal. It'll give me a little reminder to be like, hey, you said you only wanted to spend 3 hours a day on social media, so you should probably not open that app. That is that. It's actually the widget that is already implemented like into the iOS 14 software. It's not through Widgetsmith, and it's the screen time widget. So I have that to the left. Then I have my Notion and Google. I use Google most of the time as my like internet browser. One of the, I think, key apps that I wanted to highlight is Notion. I already did a video on this a couple weeks ago talking about my Notion and why I love it, why it's amazing, why it has helped organize and kind of change my productivity in my life a little bit. So if you missed it, again, I'll link it down below, but I would highly recommend that app, Notion, just because if you're into organization and productivity and keeping an organized life, that is one that you definitely need. And if you just want to like keep track on different things like bucket lists or travel or books or whatever, you need Notion. So I'll go through the rest of my little folders that I have here, and then I will highlight a couple apps from each folder is how I kind of want to do it. The first folder that I have here is called Zen. So this is my mindfulness, meditation, and sleep apps. The app I think is just on point from this folder is Insight Timer. Insight Timer is my favorite ever kind of mindfulness. It's free. It's a meditation app. They have guided mindfulness meditations with all sorts of different categories for whatever you're looking for. Or if you want like filter by time, you can click like a 10-minute one and it comes up with all of these different meditations within that 10-minute timer. It also has like music. So I've been really enjoying some of these really relaxing music playlists. And then they also have music for sleep. A lot of people use this as like white noise or to help fall asleep at night. They have for beginners, for parents, like they have live events. They have so many things on this app. And if you're looking to get into meditation or more of like a mindful life, then you should definitely check out that app. I also have been loving Sleepwatch. I didn't do that since I woke up. So this walks you through how you slept at night. And actually I can tell that I had disrupted sleep a few times in the middle of the night last night. I wear my Apple Watch to bed and it just syncs it automatically. I don't have to turn anything on, but basically it has a goal, and my goal is to sleep for at least 8 hours every night. And then you can click on this and it shows you your sleep patterns based on your heart rate and when you had deep or light sleeps. So this just is kind of interesting. I definitely don't think you absolutely need it, but I've just been really enjoying tracking my sleep at night. Over here, socials is my next folder. I don't think I really want to highlight anything in there just because it's just social media, So for a business, I would say that if you are someone that does YouTube videos or posts on YouTube, you should definitely get this YouTube Studio app because it walks you through all of your analytics. It talks about how your videos have been doing, how many views, how many comments. You can also come over here and look at analytics. It shows where people watch from, shows which ones are most popular, your watch time, your views, how many subscribers you've gotten in the last couple of days, your top videos, like just so many things that I think are really helpful, especially when you are uploading content onto YouTube. And then obviously, love me Goodreads. Goodreads is how I track my books and how I keep track of the books I've read, my yearly book challenge, my reading challenge, but then also books that I want to read. So if you come over here to my books, it will show you which books you want to read. So if you see a book on here that you're like, that seems really interesting, then you can add it to want to read list. And then you also have books that you have read. And then it also has currently books that you are reading and you can update your progress on them. And then also like Kindle notes and highlights, it pulls up if you have a Kindle, which notes you've taken there. I also have read 31 out of 35 books on my reading challenge. It also has like my 2019 year in books, so which books I read last year. It tells you how the longest book, the shortest book you read, the most popular. It also has a lot of books, like for example, on this homepage, it tracks which books you really like or which books you're reading a lot. And then it tries to give you other book recommendations based on what you're reading and see which books you may be also interested in. Really love that app. If you're a reader, I highly recommend that app as well. I think the biggest app I would recommend out of this category is Planta. So this is, I think, only unfortunately for iPhone users. It is an app that reminds you when to water your plants. So you come over here, you could see all of your plants. Here's all the plants I have in my living room. Here's all the plants I have in my front room. And then here's like a home office. I have a ZZ plant there. And then here's my plant graveyard. These are the ones that have died. If you click on my plants, like the ZZ plant, for example, it can tell you like when to water and fertilize it. It'll tell you like what direction the window needs to be for your plant to thrive in based on how much light it needs. It'll also tell you like what your room temperature should be, just all this stuff. It tells you also when you watered it last. And it's really the reason that my plants have lived as long as they have. And then I think that's really it. Like in terms of which apps I think you absolutely absolutely 100% need in your life, those are the ones that I say I probably get the most out of and use the most. And then obviously over here is my app library, so I can come in and I really love, and I don't think I realized this in the beginning, I really love how they organize your app library. It has like recently added, productivity, social, utilities, entertainment, like they just group them in such a way that makes a lot of sense, and I just could never get it that organized on my own. So I really like that. I think that is all that I wanted to share in this video. I just wanted to show you like the updated version of my iOS 14 layout, because I think having everything on one page that I use the most is just, it makes my brain really happy. It looks really clean, and I only have the apps on here that I really use every day, and then the rest of it's just in my app library. I guess the last like plug for an app that I wanted to put in here is Hue. So Hue is an actual, you buy lights that are called Hue, and they're light bulbs, and you put them into your lamps. You can put it into the ceiling for your main light, whatever, and you can turn off the lights just from your phone. And then you can also set up routines, like you can have the lights turn on when you wake up every day, or turn off when you go to sleep, or turn off, you know, when you leave home, and just all of these different things. And then you can come in here and actually like adjust, you know, if I want to turn on my nightstand, I could turn it all the way up, or I could turn it all the way down and have it be a little bit more dim. So if you like dim light, you definitely need to get some Hues, because it is awesome. And it's also great because you don't have to go upstairs to turn off all your lights. You just, you know, boom, you just turn them all off and then they're off. So yeah, that is my updated iPhone, kind of more minimalistic layout that I've been really enjoying, and the black and darker theme really, I find, is very soothing when I look at my phone. It doesn't overwhelm me as much as the last one did. So if you found this video helpful, let me know that down below. Let me know how you guys are liking the iOS update. Like, are you loving the 14 update? Are you not liking it? I know some people have different like mixed feelings about it. So let me know how you guys are adjusting and liking this new update as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.